everybody. This is your host, Vic. And today, for the next episode of Clone Calamity, or Clone Calamity, whichever one you prefer, if someone wants to send me a clone, that would be awesome, because I'm not paying $7,500 for one. Anyways, today's battle is the Clowntaur, which is perfect for this channel because I am, of course, silly. We get a little silly here. But the Clowntaur is made by a company up in Canada called GUP Tech, or GUPTech. And of course, I'm going to do a little explanation of them. They are a much smaller company. Specifically, from reading their website, it says they are exactly 3 people. So, obviously, the Clowntaur is their, well, not specifically their take. So, this is made by GUP Tech. This was originally by Johnny Rock Gear, and GUP Tech was able to save the brand from extinction, and they made it their own to do this with. Very nice. I appreciate people not letting brands die, especially if they made something nice. Like this. That's a clown. That's funny. I wouldn't want to have lost that. So, obviously, it's just output treble gain, standard 3 knobs, and it's a clone. It's hard to really describe it more than that. So let's just get right into it as we always do. We're going to leave the output normal, lower treble and gain all the way to the left. And then, again, the starting tone was just an organ style sound coming out of the microKORG 2. We're just going to do standard, start with the gain, up, down, center, then building a treble with gain at center, and then gain max, treble, max. As we always do. Because it's as if I'm reviewing a lot of clones, and a lot of them like doing direct to 3 knobs. So it's kind of a formula for it. Not much I can really do more. I'm sure everyone understands. So, and let's just go ahead and do our noise check. Obviously, with all 3 cranks, we have noise, and then usually when I start bringing the treble down, still a little bit of noise with the treble all the way down, but when everything else is cranked, let's just bring the gain, and noise is gone. So, while I have had pedals when treble was down and then gain was all the way up and there was no noise, this one's not one of them, but I'm not going to fault it, as it is kind of a not a test that really matters. So let's just go, I'll do a little bit extra treble, a little bit less gain, and then let's go ahead and find a good tone to play with, and we'll go ahead and give it a little bit of playtime, and then I'll give the points of my opinions. So I was playing with that. I wanted to do a more ambient tone with this because we'll do ethereal with the silly. Because I felt like it. And this is my channel. Make your own. If you want to go do something else and give GUPTech your business, go buy this from them and then go make your own video if you want a different type of sound. Or request it in the comments. I don't care. I'll go. If you go and request something in the comments, I'll try and get to it if I have time. I'm actually extremely busy when I'm not here. Anyways, before we get on to the point system, I'd just like to mention that this channel is sponsored by DeathCloud. If you go to deathcloud.com, which the link is in the description, I do not earn money from that link. This is just to give them business because they sponsor me. So don't worry about it. If you go buy something, you're not giving me money. Cool. Anyways, they are a small family-run business, and they carry a lot of boutique items because since they are smaller, they are able to get a lot of more specialized items compared to the big box stores that only need stuff in bulk. For example, if a small pedal builder can only produce 5 pedals, they're not going to be able to get in huge stores just because the huge stores usually want like, hey, we have 500 orders, you're going to make this many, and the guy's like, I can't do that, and then the big store will say, too bad. DeathCloud will carry them. I've gotten quite a few pedals from them already that I paid for myself, as I was a customer of theirs before they sponsored me. So I do appreciate them. They're good people there, and I appreciate their sponsorship. And please go give them business, as they are a nice, small, family-run company. Support small businesses. Anyways, let's go into the points. Construction is solid. I mean, that's solid steel on there, or whatever it is. Aluminum, steel. I don't know. It's coming from Canada. But if it's aluminum or steel, that's a 200% tariff. It's not. There's certificates for trade agreements at the time of filming, so you shouldn't have to pay tariffs for this. In the States, at least. I don't know about other countries. But this is a nice pedal. I like the steel. The knobs are solid. They're plastic. But I mean, what can you do? Nice click on the button there, and everything feels nice and solidly built. I honestly like the little polished steel or aluminum or whatever this is. A little shine on it. It's pretty nice, and I can appreciate it. I also do like up here for the actual plug, it has a circle around it, so it's actually keeping it nice and covered. So there's nothing really exposed compared to other pedals where it's just kind of a hole and there's the thing kind of floating in there. For example, like this. How this is just kind of floating. Theirs is nice and covered, which actually, because I'm not going to be playing any more on it, I might as well just be able to do this. And let's go ahead and show you. Like this. I like the style where it's sort of like how this is a connector here. This is its own connector around this, and it leaves it nice, solid, and clean. I like this style the best. Good job. This is really nice. I'm giving extra points for this. So instead of the standard 4 out of 5 that I give solid metal pedals with plastic knobs, I might give this a 4.3 out of 5. Just because I like that as a connector. That's my preferred type of connector. And it keeps everything nice, clean, and solid. I can appreciate the choice for them to do that little bit of extra. As obviously they didn't have to do that. They could have made it more floppy. They could have done the standard. But they took the time as professional garage builders to do that, and I can greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Anyways, for the tone, it is a clone, so there's not really much super special about it. The noise threshold was good. The clean was very clean. It picked up normally as I would have expected of a 3-knob clone. I actually didn't hear too much crackling when I really tried to push it very far. There was a little bit, but I mean, that's just how it is when you really crank the treble in the gain. And then with the normal noise amount, it's within well acceptable parameters of a normal 3-knob. So I don't have anything wrong with it, but it is still just a clone. I'll just give it the standard 3.65 out of 5. And again, that's not to say it's bad. It's a clone. It's nothing too new, but they put a lot of quality into it, so I can appreciate what they've done here. Thank you. Just like I said, even if it's not the most special tone, I can appreciate how they built it just from the little bits and pieces, and it feels a lot more solid. If you don't believe me, go buy one, pick it up, and feel it. That's all I can really say to do it, as we don't have Feel Vision yet on YouTube. So that'll put us solidly all together. We'll just go ahead and give that a 3.99521483 and 3/4 out of 5. That's a good number. I'd prefer that. So anyways, this has been your host, Nick. Go ahead and like the video if you are enjoying this series or enjoying the channel, or just want to give me a like because I'm just that good. Thank you. Also, because it helps the algorithm, so likes are greatly appreciated, as where everything stands, the algorithm is a strange thing that is forever changing. So instead of trying to keep up with how everything works, I just say, please like the video. Thank you. And to get around the algorithm, share the video with your friends if you have anyone you think would be interested in this. Even if they're not interested, share it anyways and say, hey, you're my friend, please watch this very niche YouTuber. He's weird. Go make fun of him in the comments. Because then if you give me comments like that, it's still engagement. Which, by the way, leave a comment. If you never heard of this brand, go and check out their website. I'll actually leave their website in the description, just because I don't think a lot of people would know about this brand that much. But they have a lot of different clones. They have a lot of their own things, and they're all analog, which I can appreciate. So I'll leave their website in the description. And besides that, any comments are appreciated, just because it, like I said, it does help in the algorithm. And if you have any comments about the Clone series or anything like that, that would be cool to hear about your opinions, or any opinions about the clown on the front of here. You can name him if you feel like it. I have my own names, but they're too esoteric, so I'm not going to share them because that's my secrets, and you're not getting them. I know you work for the CIA. You cannot get the information out of me. But once again, this has been your host, Nick. Thanks for watching. Bye.